Buonasera! I'm back. You asked me to come back. You're insane. I'm so grateful for what happened with the Parmigiana recipe. Everybody just loved it. It was shared all over the place. People are asking for a YouTube channel. It made me go out and invest all of $15 to get 3 hats and 3 new aprons, which you'll be seeing in the upcoming episodes. But I'm going to go for it. We're going to do some more. A lot of you asked about this apron. You like the apron? This is actually a picture of me as Henry IV. I did Shakespeare Theater at Stacey Keach's Falstaff 5 years ago already, and I was made a gift. So yeah, that's this. That makes me king of the kitchen. I'm king of nothing else, but tonight I'm king of the kitchen. So for tonight, I'm going to make a little grill. We're going to do some salmon on the grill. I've got some salmon here and a cedar plank, which has been soaking for several hours. I'm just going to make a little marinade and let that sit on the fish for a while, and then we're going to take it outside and grill it on the cedar plank. So the ingredients for tonight are some fresh lemon, some Dijon mustard, and a sweetener. Sometimes you can use maple syrup, you can use honey, you can use agave, whatever you want. Tonight I'm using chestnut honey. This is a miele di castagna, which comes from Cassano Alpino, which is the ancestral village of my father and grandfather and fathers before him. It's a really special honey. Has a real nutty flavor to it. You see how dark it is. It's really fantastic. And there's one other ingredient that we need to go outside to my garden to fetch. So let's take a little walk out to the garden and get some fresh rosemary from the garden. Let's go. Well, I hope you can hear me. Here we are in my garden. This is a rosemary plant that I've had for several years. And that's the ingredient we want to add to fish. So I'm just going to take a little bit of rosemary. Really proud of my garden. I'm getting it ready for, we'll plant some arugula. And you can see in the back that the azaleas are starting to come in a little early this year. But so I've got some fresh rosemary to go into the mix for tonight's fish. Here we go. Oh God, that smells so good. That's so good. Okay, so what we're going to do here is just sort of chop that up and make the marinade. So I'm going to just maybe about 2 tablespoons of this. This is I'm going to slather this on top of the fish. So I've got that. I'm going to also put in a zest of lemon. I'm going to use 2, so it's all about 2 tablespoons of everything in 4 parts. We're going to do the lemon, and I'll use the juice later. That looks good. And I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of the mustard. And look at this. Look how dark this is. Oh, it's so good. That's the honey from Cassano. And we're just going to whisk that up. Stir that all together. Oh God, it smells so good. And I think I'll put a little, smells like it can use a little lemon juice, so I'm going to squeeze some in there. Good. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Good. So I'm going to take this mixture and just bring it over onto the fish and just basically lather it up. Let that sit. Just lather the fish in this mixture. And I'm going to cover that and just let that marinate for a while, about an hour. And then we're going to put that on the grill. So good. I'll let just that sit for a bit, and that's what we have. In the meantime, I'm going to pour myself a glass of Falanghina del Sannio. Falanghina is a great grape. It's kind of a southern varietal. It's very fruity, pineapple, banana, very citrusy, and it's a nice break from Pinot Grigio. This is from the south. This is from Benevento, and from the area where my family is from in Benevento. And it was introduced to me by my cousin Gabriele Calabrese, de Benevento. Cendame, salute. Oh, that's good. That's going to really pair nicely with the lemony flavor of the fish. So we'll be back in a little while, and we'll take this out to the grill, and I'll show you how this is done out on the grill. Buon appetito! Ci vediamo. So while we're waiting for the fish to marinate, I've got some side dishes working here. I have a pan of pine nuts that I'm toasting in a little bit of butter and salt. I'm going to use that. Before we went into isolation, I got about a 5-pound bag of spinach from Costco and blanched it and froze some of it. So I'm going to put this in with the pine nuts, and that's so the salmon will sit on a bed of that. And I'm also did the same thing with some asparagus, and I blanched some fresh asparagus, throwing a little butter in there, and warming those up. So everything will be the salmon will sit on the bed of lettuce. The spinach. We'll have a little bit of fresh asparagus on the side, and I've got a little bit of. Monica likes to have a little bit of starch, a little bit of, so I'm going to go with quinoa. So I've got some quinoa that I've already cooked. It's got some vegetables in it. It's got some broth. It's got some porcini mushrooms. It's just something a little bit of a bulk. So that's what's happening. Meanwhile, I'll go out and set up the grill, clean it, and warm it up. And we'll be back shortly, and I'll load up the fish, take it outside, and we'll put it on the grill. Meanwhile, another glass of Falanghina. Molto buono vino, mamma mia. Okay, we're back. And I've got the grill warming up outside. It's been about an hour, and this fish has been marinating. So let's put it on the plank. And this has been, like I said, this has been sort of soaking in water for several hours. Oh yeah. And we're just going to put this on a plank. These are about, I don't know, 5-ounce pieces. I cut them from a big Costco piece and froze them. This is really for 4. We'll have some leftovers. And I've got some more of that marinade. I'm just going to put that right on top. Don't want to waste any of that goodness. All right. So this is that, and meanwhile the side dishes are still working. So the only thing else you need besides this is a little bottle of water to make sure that it doesn't burn up and flares up. So we're going to head outside and put it on the grill. And have more wine, of course. Okay. Here we are at the grill. Got the wine. Got the fish. Got the water. All right. So this is just going to go right on this grill here. And right in the center. I got it on sort of medium. We're going to close that up. And my job now is to sit around, enjoy the evening, and have a little more wine. I tell you, we're really fortunate to have this beautiful yard and some flowers and some calm. And this isolation thing is tough. We're doing the best we can to make it enjoyable and keep our spirits up. Things like this, sharing with you, being with you. Thank you so much again for appreciating this insanity. I've got a couple of ideas going forward to do some maybe mom's meatballs. There's a dish called Dutch babies, which is kind of a dessert thing. I may do next. But I really would invite you to do the same thing. Share the food that you love, that makes you feel good. This is good food. We're doing the best we can with a little bit of yoga during the day, a little bit of mindfulness practice, good food. I've dropped 20 pounds since the beginning of this madness. Eating better. Stopped, well, except for today. Stopped sugar, stopped flour, stopped all inhalants, tobacco, everything else. Done. And doing the best. And meanwhile, spending time in the garden and cooking. So do the same, but share a meal that you love, that makes you feel good. Let's keep our spirits up and so forth. So we'll be back in a little bit to show you the finished product when it comes off the grill. And we'll see you in a bit. Thanks. This is fun. This really is fun. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, let's see how this is doing. It's smoking. Oh yeah, look, that's beautiful. That's about done. That's been on there for maybe 15 minutes. But that's done. And I'm going to turn that off and bring that inside. God, the cedar smells great. And we're going to carry this inside and plate it, and we'll be done. Inside I've got a little salad going, a little arugula, very simple. Oil, lemon from that grated lemon zest that I made. I kept that lemon. I squeezed that over with a little bit of oil. Cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, a little salt. So we've got the salmon. We've got the asparagus. It's going to sit on a bed of spinach with some pine nuts and a little bit of green. So it's a lot of green, a lot of vegetables, a little bit of protein, a little bit of wine, a good meal. Some nice music, some nice wine, and you. Let's go see what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, here it is. So here we have the finished deal. It's got the fish on the bed of asparagus, a lot of green, right? Asparagus, salad, a little bit of quinoa, and that's it. A little wine, and God, I hope she likes it. Marika, alla tavola. All right. So thanks again for being here. Be well, eat well. Let's be happy. Let's make the most of this. And I'll see you in the next episode, whether it's Dutch babies or Mama's meatballs or something else. Maybe we'll grill something else. But we'll be back. And please, share one of your own. Let's do it. Let's make this a thing. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is freaking crazy. Love you guys. Be safe. Be well.
Are we ready to eat?
We are ready to eat.